The forest at night is a different world. The tall pines stand like silent giants, their shapes lost in darkness. A sharp wind whispers secrets through the branches. Only the distant stars offer any light. Down a lonely road, a single set of headlights cuts through the blackness. The car moves slowly, the driver uneasy. The forest absorbs secrets, echoes of violence, memories of lives cut short. A secret waits to claw its way into the light. The night is only just beginning. The forest waits. Her name was Clara Evans, 28, a smile that could light up a room. She loved these woods, finding beauty where others saw only trees. Clara vanished one cold night, her future stolen. Detective Corbin led the search, haunted by unanswered questions. Liam, her boyfriend, reported her missing after an argument. The town was shaken. Fear and suspicion grew. Clara's absence became a wound that would not heal, and the forest kept its secret. For now. The call came just after dawn. A hunter had found something deep in the woods. Detective Corbin arrived as mist clung to the ground, the area cordoned off with yellow tape. Beneath an ancient oak, the earth was disturbed, a clear sign of struggle. A single red scarf, caught on a branch, stood out in the grim scene. Corbin recognized it from photos. It was Clara's. The team worked quietly, searching for any clue. A footprint, a strand of hair. The forest was vast, chaotic, evidence easily lost to wind, rain, or falling leaves. They were in a race against time and nature. Hours later, they found her, Clara Evans, in a shallow grave not far from the oak. Hope was extinguished. This was now a murder investigation. The peaceful woods felt like a tomb. The wind's whisper became a mournful cry. Corbin knew he had to find justice for Clara. The team documented every detail, determined not to let the forest swallow the truth. The discovery cast a pall over everyone. The woods, once a place of life, now held only loss. The investigation had only just begun. The silence of the forest was now filled with questions. The evidence told a story of violence and desperation. Corbin's resolve hardened. He would not let Clara's story end here. The forest had given up one secret, but many more remained. The search for answers intensified. The community's hope faded, replaced by grief. The woods watched, silent as ever. Justice would not come easily. The investigation began with Liam, the last to see Clara alive. Detective Corbin questioned him in a gray interview room. Liam's story was consistent. An argument, Clara leaving, unanswered calls. He seemed heartbroken, offered to take a polygraph, answered every question, but Corbin knew some truths hide in plain sight. The town buzzed with rumors, whispers in stores, louder talk at the diner. People remembered arguments, raised voices, cracks in the perfect couple's image. Some defended Liam, others doubted him. Fear and suspicion spread, eroding trust. Then, a new lead. An elderly woman saw a dark, beat-up pickup parked near the woods the night Clara vanished. She described a big man carrying something, a shovel maybe. It wasn't Liam's truck. The investigation shifted, chasing this new ghost. Days were spent searching for the truck, interviewing owners, but it led nowhere. The mysterious man vanished like a phantom. Meanwhile, Liam organized search parties, put up posters, played the part of the desperate boyfriend. Was he innocent or just a very good actor? The town's anxiety grew. Corbin weighed every detail, every contradiction. The case twisted in circles, hope slipping away. The woods kept their secrets. The truth remained hidden, just out of reach. The investigation stalled, but Corbin refused to give up. The community's unity frayed under the strain. The search for Clara became a search for answers. The forest watched, indifferent to human pain. The real story was still waiting to be uncovered. Weeks passed. The case grew cold as autumn leaves covered the ground and any secrets beneath. Clara's faded posters haunted the town. Detective Corbin felt the weight of failure. He returned to the beginning, searching for what he'd missed. This time he looked at Clara's digital life, her social media, emails, texts. He found a series of deleted messages on her laptop. The forensic team recovered them, and the case cracked open. The messages were from Liam. Angry, controlling, possessive. Their relationship was not a perfect romance, but a cage. Clara had been planning to leave him, saving money, looking at apartments. Her last message, "I can't do this anymore, Liam. I'm leaving." The argument that night was about her freedom. Corbin realized Liam's grief was a performance, his help a deception. The story of the dark truck? Likely a planted rumor, a hunter's trick to mislead. Liam had tried to control the investigation, sending police on a wild chase. The real danger had been hiding in plain sight. Corbin now saw the truth. Clara's killer was not a stranger. The evidence was damning. The case was no longer cold. The trap had been set, and Liam had walked right into it. The town's fears shifted to anger. The woods had given up another secret. Corbin prepared for the final confrontation. The truth was ready to come out. The forest's silence was about to be broken again. The end was near. Justice was within reach. The hunter had become the hunted, and the woods would keep no more secrets. Detective Corbin brought Liam in again. The interview room colder, the air thick with truth. Corbin laid out the evidence. Liam's mask cracked. Panic flickered in his eyes. Under pressure, Liam confessed. He'd followed Clara, lost control, and buried the truth in the woods. He thought he'd committed the perfect crime, but left too many pieces behind. The case was closed, but the wounds would linger. The truth, once buried, could not be hidden forever. Liam's confession sent shockwaves through the community. The man they'd grieved with was the monster they'd feared. Trust was shattered. The sense of betrayal ran deep. For Clara's loved ones, the truth brought agony, a horrifying certainty. Their grief was now mixed with anger, knowing her life was stolen by someone she trusted. The woods she loved became a place of sorrow, not peace. Detective Corbin closed the case file, but the case never really closed for him. Justice was hollow. It could not bring Clara back. The woods outside his window seemed different now, a reminder of secrets and darkness behind familiar faces. The town's quiet returned, but it was heavier, haunted. Clara's story became a cautionary tale, a ghost story whispered on dark nights. The woods still stand, the wind still whispers, the stars still watch. But for those who remember, the forest holds a long shadow. A shadow of a young woman who loved books and hiking. A shadow of a man consumed by rage. And a shadow of the night when a terrible secret was buried in the cold, dark earth. The woods could not keep the secret forever. The pain lingered, but so did the memory of Clara. The community struggled to heal, trust slow to return. The story of Clara Evans would not be forgotten. The forest, once a place of beauty, now stood as a silent witness. The darkness had been revealed. The town moved forward, forever changed. The long shadow of the woods remained. The truth had come to light. The silence was broken, and the forest would never be the same.